You're live.
Oh, just untangled my mic wire. Welcome, really warm welcome to the Thursday lunchtime yoga class. My name is Gaurav Vivati, and we're going to spend 45 minutes together. And the title of the class is Integrating Energy, and I'll say a little bit more about that once we start. We've just got a few minutes or so just to give people time to arrive. So really warm welcome if you're just joining us. You can say hi in the chat. It's really nice to hear who's out there, and then I can imagine you and I can speak to who's there. So yeah, let us know your name and where you are. It'd be really nice to hear from you. So I've got Katrine who's helping me with the tech today. So yeah, do say hello, and Katrine will let me know who's saying hi and how many people there are.
We've got 7 people tuning in so far.
Oh, great. Yeah, so 7 people. Really good. Welcome. Yeah, and we'll get started soon. So we'll just give it another few minutes just to let people join us. And maybe I'll just say a little bit about what's happening here at the Buddhist Centre. So yeah, at the Buddhist Centre, we were opening up more to more in-person classes, but because of the new restrictions, we've closed again to in-person classes. So we're doing a little bit more online. So next week we're gonna, this weekend we're doing a yoga and meditation retreat. So if you're around this weekend and you'd like to do a bit more yoga and meditation and take your practice a bit deeper, there's an opportunity to do that. You can find out more information on our website. Dani Tar is going to be leading that retreat online. And then next week we're going to be doing more online classes on Zoom. So you're really welcome and encouraged to join us for those classes, and we're releasing the details of that program this afternoon. So yeah, you can find out more again on our website. Okay, so it's coming up to 12 o'clock, so I'm going to get started. How many have we got, Katrine?
So we've got 11 people here, and
Great.
we've got a hello from Rachel from Canterbury.
Oh, hi,
and
Rachel.
From Nikita.
Oh, hi, Nikita. Oh, very nice. Nice to have Rachel and Nikita. Nikita used to come regularly to the Monday evening class. So very nice to have you online. Nikita, I was thinking about you the other day, actually. So I hope you're doing well. Good.
Annie Ring is here as well.
Oh, hi, Annie. Lovely. really nice to have you as well, Annie. And nice to have all of you with us. And I imagine more people will join as the class continues. So we'll get started, and I'll just say a little bit about the theme of the class. It's called Integrating Energy. And it's interesting thinking about the yoga practice as an energetic practice. And Katrine and I were just talking about this before the practice started and saying how transformative a yoga practice can be in terms of working with the energy in the body. And there's different models that you can think about the energetic qualities of the body. And the model that I wanted to talk about today was where we look at the body in 3 ways. So we think about unblocking energy. So that's places where we hold tension in the body. And we'll all have familiar places where we hold. And those places are sort of, they manifest in the body, but they're usually a mirror of emotional or sort of like psychological tension. And we can explore that in meditation practice as well, where we hold on, where we sort of grip in our minds and our hearts, trying to pull things towards us or trying to push things away. And that manifests physically in the body. So in the yoga practice, we work through the body and it affects the mind. So you will all have had experience of this, where you do the yoga practice and your mind and your heart feels clearer. So at the Buddhist Centre, we're doing the yoga practice with that intention that we're trying to train our minds and train our hearts. We're trying to sort of clarify our thinking, clarify our feeling, to feel and think more clearly, more deeply, and allow truth and beauty to sort of penetrate and transform us. So we can think of unblocking energy, and then we can think of raising our energy and bearing more energy, and then refining our energy. So that's the sort of arc of the class today, and how it will manifest is we'll sit for a few moments, then we'll start to do some unblocking practices, then we'll raise the energy a bit, and then we'll do some more restorative practices and end with a short meditation for refining the energy. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let's start. So let's just start by sitting first of all. So just come to a comfortable sitting posture. You can sit as I'm sitting with your legs crossed, or sometimes it's nice to sit on a couple of cushions. If crossing your legs isn't so comfortable, this is a really good option, as I'm demonstrating just now, to sit like this. And then just close your eyes. And you can start by just taking a few deeper breaths. Send the inhale down into the lower belly, let the lower belly expand, and then a long, slow exhale. Gently draw the navel back at the end of the exhale. Imagine all the breath leaving your body. And then as you breathe in, take the breath right down to the pelvic floor, like there's a magnet on the pelvic floor, drawing the inhale down and the belly soft. Long, slow exhale, let the breath travel up the central channel of the body. You can imagine it coming out through the heart center. And a couple more fuller breaths like this, taking the inhalation down to the pelvic floor, belly soft. Long, slow exhale, imagining the breath traveling up from the pelvic floor, through the center of the body, out through the heart. Let's take a few more moments like this, bringing the awareness deep into the body. Gathering more and more of our attention to the breath. Good, and then we're going to start to move a little bit. So just going to interlace our hands and turn the hands up towards the ceiling with the thumbs touching, and just stretch up. Take a few deeper breaths again. You can stay with this long, slow exhale. That's a really nice way to keep the breath deep. And just go a little bit from left to right. Ground your sit bones and just start to open up the side of your body. I really love these side stretches. If you're spending time on a computer and sitting down, I think these side stretches are just really, really nice counter to sitting postures. Come back to the center. Then we're going to twist to the left. So twist all the way around, drop your hands down and relax your shoulders and just let the heart lift a little. Keep the belly nice and soft and the exhalation long and slow. So holding in the posture a little bit longer, we're using the breath as this anchor into the body. And as we gather more and more awareness to the breath, we start to energize and charge up the body. Good. Come back to the center. Interlace your hands again, but change the interlock. Thumbs touch, reaching the hands up. So stretch up, but draw the shoulder blades down. Take some deeper breaths, heels of the hands drawing up and the sit bones reaching down. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, twist in the other direction and look over that shoulder. Relaxing the shoulders down. Holding in the posture. The breath's full through the body. Just a few more moments in the twist. Good, and then untwist and come back to the center. And then from here, we're going to come up to standing. So come up onto your feet. And we'll just do something with these really nice unblocking exercises, which are actually from the Qigong tradition of working with energy in the body. So you stand with your feet hip width apart, keep your knees nice and soft, grounding through your feet. And we just move from left to right. And you let your arms be really heavy, like this, and they're just going to hit the sides of the body. And just make sure the knees are nice and soft. If you've got ankle or knee issues, it's quite nice to do as I'm doing with my feet. You can see I'm coming up onto the ball of my foot, turning my foot a bit so that it's not abrasive through the knees. And you can start to pick up the movement a bit more, make it a bit more energetic. Try to really let the arms be heavy. You should hear them slapping against the side of the body. And if you want to take the practice a bit deeper, as you twist around, you can hit the lung point with one hand and the kidney point with the other. So you let the arms come up. So you're hitting the lung point and the kidney point as you twist. And you can start to let the whole body twist round. And this is a really nice unblocking sequence. So the movement, this gentle tapping of the body, and start to breathe more deeply. So long exhales. You can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, just to deepen the breath a bit. Make some sound with your exhale. Good. Bit longer, feeling into the body. Great. Couple more rounds. Good. And then slowly start to untwist. Just start to wind down. And just come back into stillness and just stand for a few moments. Close your eyes and see if you can just feel the energy in the body. Good. And then we'll just do a little bit of tapping again from the Chinese tradition, which is really good to unblock the energy in the body. So we're going to start just tapping again on the lung point, on the chest. And you can just extend out your right arm and tap down the inner edge of the right arm. Just so you're making a loose fist down to the fingertips, turning the hand over. You don't need to be really precious about it. You're just waking up the body. You can come up around the side of the neck, back to the chest, across the chest. Change hands over to the other side. Again, the lung point on this side. Soft fist, so you're not beating yourself up, but you're just tapping down these energy channels, waking up the body. You can turn the hand over, up, the outer edge of the hands across to the shoulder, round to the neck. Good, and then two fists. Actually, use your fingertips here. You can go on the back of your neck, up the sides of the neck, not on the spine, but the sides of your neck, onto your head. Just gently tapping your head with your fingertips. Good, you can come down the jaw. This can be really nice. Let your face be really soft. No one can see you, so you can really let your face go. Good, good. And then just stroke down your neck. Good, and then come down onto the belly, just gently tapping liver and spleen. So one side, then the other side, waking up the organs. And then come onto your lower back, the kidneys. Again, just tap here. Nice and gently. And then you can tap a bit harder on your glutes. And then tap down the back of your legs, all the way down the back of the legs, back of your knees, back of the lower legs, round to the ankles, and then to the inner edge of your legs, up the inner channel, onto the groins. You can tap a couple of times across the groins. Then we just do one more time on the leg. So come round to the side of your glutes, round your hips. And then we'll go down the outer edge of the legs. You can tap a bit harder on your legs, they're a bit more sturdy. Good. And then you can come up the inner edge of the legs one last time, back onto your hips. Tap a little bit longer across the groins. There's quite a lot of energy pathways here. Good. And then just come back to the center and just sweep your hands out and up. Breathe in. And as you exhale, bring your hands down through the center of the body and down onto your lower belly. And just close your eyes and just stand for a few moments, hip width apart, one hand on top of the other. And just feel into the body. Take the breath to the lower belly. Good. Okay, so from here we're going to start to raise the energy up a little and do some sun salutation. So come towards the top of your yoga mat. Just going to move my glass of water out of the way. And you're going to have your feet together. And we're going to start the salute. So breathe in, reach out and up and look up. Exhale, fold, hands through the center, drop your head. Inhale halfway, lift your chest, look forwards. Exhale your right foot back, back knee comes down, and inhale to the lunge, sweep your hands up, look up. Hold in the lunge for a few breaths here, stretching through the hips, lifting the chest, fingertips reaching up. Exhale your hands down to the ground, inhale to plank. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale to cobra, broadening your chest, look up, draw your shoulders back. And exhale to downward dog, scoop your belly as you lift your hips up and back, drop your head. Spread your toes and spread your fingers, and it's important in downward dog not to try just to ground your heels. You can bend your knees a bit and really lift your hips up and back. Find the length through your spine. Breathe here, push the feet down. Balls of the feet and toes rather than the heels. Deeper breaths here. Good. Then inhale the right leg up and back behind you. And exhale, step your right foot forwards between your hands. Back knee comes down. Inhale, sweep your hands up, lift up, look up, and hold on this side for a few breaths. So the hands reach up, but the shoulders draw down. Press down through the back leg and your front foot. Exhale your hands down. Inhale, step forwards, look forwards, halfway pose, lift your chest. Exhale, fold, drop your head. Inhale to stand, sweep your hands out and up, lift up, look up. Exhale your hands down. And again, inhale, lift, look up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway pose, look forwards. Exhale your left leg back, back knee down. Inhale, sweep your hands up, lift up, look up. Exhale your hands down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale to cobra, broadening your chest. And exhale into downward dog, lift your hips, scoop your belly. Breathe more deeply. Good. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, step your left foot through, back knee down. Inhale, sweep your hands up, look up. And exhale your hands down. Inhale, halfway pose, look forwards. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up, look up. Exhale your hands down. Let's keep going. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, look forwards. Exhale the right foot back. If you want, you can take a higher lunge this time, so you have your back knee off the ground, making it more dynamic. Looking up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. If you want, you can come into chaturanga, roll on the toes, lift the chest to up dog. Look up. Exhale, downward dog. Scoop the belly to lift your hips. Spread your toes. Hold for a few breaths here. So breathe into the body. Long, slow exhales. Feel the body. Inhale the right leg up and back behind you, and exhale, step your right foot forwards. Inhale, sweep the hands to the lunge. Take the high lunge or the low lunge, you can choose. Look up. Exhale the hands down to the ground. Inhale, halfway pose, feet together, look forwards. Exhale to fold. Inhale to stand, sweep the hands up, lift up. Exhale the hands down. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, look forwards. Exhale, left leg back. Inhale to the lunge, choose the high lunge or the low lunge, look up. Exhale the hands down. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra or upward dog, look up. Exhale, downward dog, lift your hips, spread your fingers. Nice full breath. Good. Inhale the left leg up and back behind. Exhale, step the left foot through. Inhale, sweep the hands up, lift up, look up. Exhale the hands down. Inhale, halfway pose, look forwards. Exhale to fold. Inhale to rise up, hands reach up, look up. Exhale the hands down. Nice, good. So have your feet together, spread your toes, squeeze your legs together, bend your knees, come into chair pose. So this pose again raises the energy in the body, it builds heat in the body. Squeeze your legs and see if you can sit down a bit more deeply. Draw the navel back towards your spine. Breathe into the shape. Good, and then bring your hands together, come back up to standing. Okay, so from here, let's do some standing postures together. So let's step the right foot back and take quite a long distance between the legs. We're going to come into warrior two. So you're going to bend your front knee, push your feet down really firmly and draw your thighs up towards your hips. Chest turns to the side and the arms sweep out. Just look to the back hand and just check it's in line with the shoulder, and then look forwards to the front hand. Connect to your breath and relax your shoulders a little bit more. So feel your body again and see if you can start to feel the stability of the body. So the feet grounding, the thighs drawing in. And then we're going to move between side angle posture and reverse warrior. So we're going to bring the front forearm, the left forearm down and reach the right hand up, coming into side angle. Breathe here. And then we're going to come into reverse warrior. So the right hand comes down the back leg, the left hand sweeps up. And then we're going to move through those postures and do something a little bit different with the arms, not that much different. So it becomes a bit more of a flow. So we're going to come through into side angle and then come through into reverse warrior. You can just have a look at my arms and just see there's just a slight difference. So we're really letting the movement come from the legs, stability of the legs. Again, opening up the sides of the body. And if you're bending through your front knee, you should feel this raising the energy of the body. We're also really grounding the energy of the body through the feet into the earth. Breathe here. Couple more rounds. Good. And then we're going to come more deeply into side angle posture. So you're going to hold in your side angle posture. If you want to take the pose deeper, the left hand can come down to the ground. Try and roll the chest up towards the ceiling. Breathe into the shape. If you want to take the bind, you can, if that's in your practice. And if it feels too strong to bring the hand to the ground, this is perfectly valid as well with the forearm on the thigh. So keep the breath moving through your body. Good. And then let's come back into warrior two. So arms out at shoulder height. Then we're going to move through a vinyasa. So you're going to bring both hands to the ground, step back to plank, and lower yourself down. Come into cobra or up dog. Roll the chest up, shoulders draw back. Exhale to downward dog. Lift your hips, spread your fingers, spread your toes. Breathing into the body. And then you can walk your feet forwards, or if you want, you can jump your feet forwards. Exhale to fold, drop your head. Inhale to stand, sweep the hands up. And exhale the hands down. Good, so we're going to do the same standing sequence on the other side. So you're going to step your left leg back and come into warrior two on this side, bending your front knee quite deeply, grounding through the hips. Bringing your arms out shoulder height and look down your front arm. Breathing here. So it's quite easy in these standing postures to go a bit passive in the legs. So what we're trying to do is be really stable in the legs. The feet press down and the thighs draw in. That helps to build the stability and it helps you be lighter through your upper body. So let's come into side angle pose. So the front forearm coming down, sweeping up with the left hand. Breathe to that side and try and roll the chest up towards the ceiling. Then come into your reverse warrior. Keep your front knee bent when you come into reverse warrior, reaching up with the right hand. And then we're going to move with the breath and go left to right, coming forwards and coming back. And try and do this with your breath. So you don't need to go really quickly. Try and move quite smoothly. So you're trying to flow with the breath. And in the yogic tradition, the energy is carried on the breath. So we're trying to find this synchronicity with the breath and the movement. And as we bring more of our awareness to the breath, that also starts to gather our scattered psychic energies. So more and more, there's more and more unification. And then on that basis, integration happens. Let's go a couple more times. Good. And then let's come into side angle pose. So the front forearm to the front thigh. Either holding here with your forearm on your thigh, or if you want to take the pose deeper, bringing the hand down. If you want to come into the bind, you could do that. Katrine's doing a lovely bind in front of me. But you don't have to do that. So to keep the energy flowing, we want to keep the breath flowing. So find the posture where you can breathe deeply through the whole body. Good. Then come back into Warrior Two. And then we'll move through the vinyasa again, both hands to the ground, step to plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lift up. Exhale, downward dog, lift your hips. Good, and then from here, we're going to reach the right leg up and back behind us and step the right foot forwards between the hands. And then we're going to come into a twist. So you're going to have your left hand on the ground and you're going to twist towards the bent leg, so towards your right. And you can sweep your right hand up. If it feels too strong, bring the back knee down and it's a bit more gentle. But if you've got the back knee raised, reach your back heel back, breathe into the shape, squeeze the thighs gently in. Spread the toes on the front foot. Hold a bit longer. Feel the energy raising in the body. Breathe through the body. And then bring your hands down onto the ground. Step back to plank pose. And just move through a vinyasa. Lower yourself down. Inhale, cobra or up dog, lift your heart. And exhale, downward dog, lift your hips. And then we'll do that same posture on the other side. So left leg reaches up and back and then step it through. And take the twist on the other side, right hand to the ground, twist around to the bent knee, left hand sweeps. Again, if it feels too strong, the back knee can come down, that's always an option. Breathing here. Relax your shoulders. If you've got the back knee off the ground, try and have your back leg straight and imagine energy sort of firing out through the back heel. The thighs gently squeeze together. That front thigh hugs the body. The lower belly can scoop at the end of the exhale. Shoulders relax. A few deeper breaths. Good. And then let's untwist. Let's step to plank. And again, move through a vinyasa. So lower yourself down. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale into downward dog, lift your hips. Great, spreading your fingers and spreading your toes, a few deeper breaths. Good, and then let's bring the knees down onto the ground and come into child's pose. So untuck your toes, bottom back to the heels, forehead on the mat. And take a few deeper breaths here. Just let the body settle down onto the ground. Good. Okay, so come up to sitting. So we've unblocked the energy, we've raised the energy. And now we're going to refine the energy a little. So we're going to do some more restorative postures where we hold the postures for a bit longer. And these postures are a bit more meditative because we're still. And we're usually a bit more confronted with our minds in these postures. So grab some props, grab some pillows, and maybe a blanket or yoga blocks if you've got them. So you could grab cushions from your sofa or pillows from your bed. It's really nice in these postures to have the body supported. So the first pose we're going to do is butterfly pose, where we sit with our soles of our feet together with a distance between the pelvis and the heels. So usually it's 2 hands distance. So you can bring the hands down, just measure the distance. It doesn't need to be really precise. What's really nice in this posture is to have some cushions under your thighs. So I've got some meditation cushions, but you could use just cushions from your sofa or pillows. And if your lower back is a bit tender, it's quite nice to sit up on a block or another cushion. So you can sit on the edge of a block or a cushion, or even a thick book. That can help to access the posture. Oh yeah, another nice thing which Katrine's demonstrating is sometimes it's really nice to rest your head on something. So again, you can use a cushion or a yoga block. It's okay if you don't have those props. So soles of the feet together, you're going to fold forwards and just release the head down. And in this posture, we're starting to take our attention again more deeply into the body. And let the practice be more like a meditation practice where we're seeing if we can notice when we get distracted, when we start thinking about something. And then we bring our mind back to the body, back to the breath, gently. So not forcing the mind, not forcing the body, but just gradually, bit by bit, training the mind to pay attention to the subtle and direct sensations of the breath and the body. So we're going to hold this posture a little bit longer, a couple more minutes, and I'm going to leave you in silence. So you just keep bringing your attention back to the direct sensations of the pose. When you get distracted, just gently bring your attention back to the breath and back to the body. Just a few more moments here. Good. Okay, so on an inhale, we're going to start to come up. So you can start to lift the head and come up to sitting, and use your hands, bring your knees back together with your hands and just stretch your legs out. Bring your hands back behind you, fingertips turn towards the body, and just lift the chest, looking up. Breathing here. Good, and then just come back to a neutral position. And then we're going to come to lie on our backs, and we're going to do a twist on each side. So you're going to move if you've got props, move them off your mat. Come to lie on your back. And just shift your hips a little over to the left and bring your knees over to the right. If you want to make the twist deeper, then you can cross your right leg over your left leg. Sometimes it's nice to hook the legs round as you come into the twist. If that feels too strong, just keep the thighs just gently together. Try and roll your chest up towards the ceiling and extend your left arm out and turn your face so that you're looking in the opposite direction to your knees. And again, we're seeing if we can refine the energetic quality of the body. So rather than just like blobbing out and not paying attention, we're seeing if we can start to pay a deeper, more refined awareness to the breath. So let your shoulders relax, let your head be heavy. You can close your eyes. And you can deepen the breath a little bit. Again, the long and slow exhalation. And we'll hold this for a couple of minutes. Allowing the body to relax more and more deeply into the shape. And can you feel how the breath moves into the body, lifts the chest, opens the belly, and then moves out and the body releases a little. Seeing if you can keep your exhalation long and slow, and the inhale full. In these postures, it's like we're starting to pool the energy of the body. Okay, so just a few more breaths here. Good, and then we're going to change sides. So on an exhale, bring your knees to the center, feet onto the ground, and just shift your hips over to the right as you bring your knees over to the left. Again, if you want to cross the legs and change the cross of your legs, you can have left over right. And the right arm's extending out. Turning your face in the opposite direction to your knees. And it's quite nice. I quite like to sort of just shift my upper body just to rotate my chest a bit more towards the ceiling. And this is where the yoga practice differs from meditation practice, where we consciously deepen our breath in the yoga practice. So see if you can keep that breath work, the thread of that breath work that we've done from the start of the class. It can help you to pay attention to the breath. And it also has an energetic quality that helps to refine the energy. So don't try to deepen your inhalation, just lengthen your exhale, a long, slow exhale. And you just really relax your belly for the inhalation and relax your chest. It's really important in the yoga practice not to force the breath. So the lengthening of the exhalation is smooth and direct but gentle. You can just imagine that your inhalation just softens the walls of your belly. And the exhale helps the shoulders relax, the head be heavy. We'll hold the posture a bit longer, feeling the breath and feeling the body. Good, and then just a few more breaths here. And preparing to come out of the posture. When you're ready, you can bring your knees back to the center. Just align the hips so they're in line with your shoulders. Just hug the knees in towards your chest. You can squeeze the knees in. See if you could take the breath down to your lower back. And you might want to curl up into a little ball, lifting your head and shoulders off as well, drawing the shoulders down. And then releasing your feet down onto the mat. And let's lie in semi-supine. So we're going to have our knees bent, our feet flat on the floor and our hands on our belly. Mainly because this is a really nice posture to connect with the ground. And the resting posture at the end of a yoga practice is really, really important to absorb the benefits of the practice and assimilate the practice. So that's a really important part of integration, is to absorb the experience. So let's lie together and close the eyes. And with each exhale, just let go. Just let the ground hold the body. There's no need to hold on. Just release the weight down to the ground. And just a few more moments here. And then we're going to roll over onto the right hand side. Roll all the way over onto your side. And use your hands and nice and slowly press the hands firmly to the ground and push yourself up to sitting. It's quite nice to come up slowly from the side and come into a sitting posture. And we're just going to end sitting together. So just sit again, however's comfortable, and we'll just end the practice as we started. The hands can rest on the legs. Close your eyes. And now don't change your breath at all. Just feel the breath and feel your body. And when you're ready, you can start to bring the practice to a close. Good. Okay, so that's the end of the class. Thanks so much for coming. I really, really enjoyed practicing with you. I'm really, really grateful to have the class. So thanks for coming. And it would be lovely if you want to donate to the class, if you've got the financial means to donate. It would be really, really greatly received from the Buddhist Centre. We want to make as many teachings as possible available to everyone. So we really like to offer these teachings freely, and they are free. And what helps us to keep doing that is being supported by the community. So if you can give, do give to the Buddhist Centre. Katrine's going to post the link to the Just Giving site in the chat. It's also below the description of the video if you want to give. And like I said at the start of the class, there's a retreat happening this weekend. It starts tomorrow. It's online. It's a really, really nice opportunity to take your practice deeper. And you can practice with Dani, Tara, and Jnanadaya. So do check that out. It's on our website. And next week, we're going to launch more online yoga activities. So it'll be lovely to see you. I'm going to be teaching quite a few classes next week, and mainly on Zoom, so we will be able to see each other. So it'll be really, really nice to see you. And that's it. So I hope the rest of the day goes well, and hopefully see you soon.